Hi everyone, welcome to ITLS 5105 and 6105, Distance Learning Tools. My name is Mark Saltern and I'll be your instructor for this semester. I hope this is a good semester for you and I hope that this class is quite an enjoyment for you. I think that this has some fun topics and it's something a little bit different that you probably won't experience in a lot of your classes. I'm hoping that this online course will be extremely interactive with your fellow students. I'm going to play more of a facilitator role in the class. You guys are going to be teaching one another these tools and exploring how you might be able to apply these tools to an educational environment. What I want to do with this particular video cast is give you guys an idea of what the class is and what expectations are by going through the syllabus. So that's what we're going to do really fast. Take a moment on your own time to go through the course description and course objectives. I won't be going over that right now, but I encourage you to read that on your own time. First and foremost, we have the contact policy. I know how difficult it is many times to get a hold of your online instructors. It can be extremely frustrating. One, you don't even know if they're getting your emails, and two, sometimes it feels like they never respond. I want to be very, very responsive with you guys. I want you to feel like you can get a hold of me when you need to, and that can relieve some stress knowing that I'm going to do my best to communicate with you. First and foremost, try to reach out to your fellow students first. See if there's something that you can do through Canvas or through email to reach out to your fellow classmates and see if there's something that they can do to help you. Now, if you can't get the response that you need, or if you just know they're not going to be able to help you, kick me an email and I will do my absolute best to contact you within 24 hours. Now, if I don't get with you in 24 hours, please feel free to call me within respectable hours and we can talk about it then. Please do your best not to abuse this privilege. I want to give you my number so that you guys feel like you can reach me, but please call within appropriate hours and don't call me all the time. I like you guys and I'm excited to work with you, but just call me if you're really stressed and you're really pressed for something. I want to make sure that I'm available to you. I know I sound kind of cranky when I say don't abuse this privilege, but I just want you guys to know that it's there for you and I want to be there for you if you need some help. So that's the contact policy in a nutshell, but I want you guys to go through all this and read it yourself too so that you understand my expectations. Next we have course materials. You will not be required to purchase anything in this class, so hooray. No books, no software, no nothing. So that's great news. However, you are going to be required to use Camtasia, which is a screencasting software. It's the one that I'm using right now to record this screencast. It can be a fairly pricey product, but what we're going to do is have you guys just download the 30-day free trial. So don't download the trial until 30 days until you're supposed to record your workshop, otherwise you're going to run out. So don't download it right now. Wait until 30 days before your project is due before you start recording. Otherwise you're going to run out of the 30-day trial and then you're going to be required to purchase it. Now, with that being said, I do want to show you something that will be important for you. You guys are going to have to learn Camtasia, and so I need to show you where to go to learn Camtasia. Camtasia is going to need to be learned within the first week, or at least understood. I mean, you don't need to know all the ins and outs. You can kind of learn it as you go. But I want to give you guys the confidence that it's actually not that hard to use. It's very straightforward. It's a lot of drag and drop. For any of you that have used video editors like iMovie, very similar to that. Super easy to use. I think I started using it within a half hour. But I want to send you to some resources so that you guys can start learning it ASAP. So if you are watching this semester or watching this in May, our semester doesn't start until actually June 4th, which they kind of cut 4 weeks out on us, so we're going to be cramming a lot. So if you're getting a jump on this, here's where you go. So here we go. Let's go to Google, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick search for Camtasia tutorials. The very first link up here is techsmith.com/tutorial. Go ahead and click on that and it's going to take you to TechSmith's website. TechSmith is the software company that develops Camtasia. And on the left hand side we have various links to their products and their tutorials that they have. Camtasia Studio is for all of you that are using a PC, or if you're a Windows user, you're going to need to look at the Camtasia Studio tutorials. If you're a Mac user, you need Camtasia for Mac, so make sure you click on the right one to get the appropriate tutorials. Now for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and click on Camtasia for Mac. It's going to take me to their Camtasia for Mac website here, and most likely, since you guys are going to be using the free trial, you're going to be on the most current version. So I'm going to go ahead and click on tutorials here under version 2, and it's going to take me to a link of various videos and documentation to learn it. I know it looks like a lot, but like I said, it's quite easy to use. The ones I'd encourage you to take a look at are kind of these getting started ones, and use that as your foundation as you go through. So there you go, Camtasia. Get there early, start learning it soon. Don't leave it till the last or you'll be stressed. So for those of you that are watching this early, like I said in May, get a jump on it, and then you'll be ready to go by the time it is for you to work on your workshop. Okay, back to the syllabus. Okay, so nothing to buy for course materials. Let's go down to the course grade breakdown and expectations. The biggest part of your grade is going to be your distance learning tool workshop. Now this is where you're going to choose a tool of your choice. I'm going to send you guys to a link of the top 100 distance tools, and each of you are going to choose your own tool to present on. The only requirement is that the tool has to be free. So don't do your workshop on a software that you've purchased and you want to present on it, because your fellow classmates won't be able to purchase it also, and we can't require them to do so. So the website that I'm sending you to will have a little F next to all the tools that are free. And to be honest, most of them are free, or they have some free version. And then if you want to go pro or something like that, you have to pay to get the pro version of it. So, but the workshop consists of a presentation which will be 10 to 15 minutes long. It's going to include items such as an introduction to the tool, what's the purpose of the tool, how to use the tool, examples of how to use the tool in an educational setting, and finally you're going to give a short evaluation of the tool. What do you think of it? What are its pros, cons, shortcomings, potential issues? So I want you to take a critical look at it and see in a positive and negative light how it could be effective in or ineffective in a classroom setting. So along with your presentation, you are going to need to prepare a 1 to 2 page document or a handout. And these handouts can have tips and tricks, best practices for the tool, step-by-step instructions, pretty much kind of a summary of your presentation. So, for example, if you're teaching on Facebook, it could give step-by-step instructions on how to create a Facebook account and how to set up your profile. You can put screenshots in there. Feel free to use graphics. It doesn't have to be a huge document. It can be bullets. It can be an outline, but it needs to be effective. Along with your handout, you need to have an assignment that you give to your fellow classmates that they need to complete. Now, this assignment is created by you and assigned to your classmates, but it will be graded by me. So this will be, each of these assignments that you're assigned by your fellow classmates will be required. That being said, all the assignments, when you're creating your assignments, make sure that the deliverable of the assignment can be turned in to me in an easy way. So, for example, if you have your students set up a Facebook account and post a few things to their wall, have them, maybe the way they turn their assignment in is they have to email me a link to their Facebook so that I can see it. So below that we kind of have a breakdown of the workshop and how the points will work in that. Feel free to go through that and look at it on your own. The first few days of the class we will have our topic selection, and this is, like I said, I'll have each of you go to a website that lists the top 100 distance tools, and you'll have to select a tool that you'll be presenting on. Now this is going to be due very quickly, so get onto this website early and pick and sign up so that you can get the topic that you want and also the date that you want. Next we have online readings weekly readings and online discussions. Each week we're going to have a reading of a hot topic in distance education. Excuse me, I tried to keep these articles shorter. I don't want you guys to be reading books all the time because it's very time consuming, but I want you guys to read some articles of some issues that are out there and get online and discuss them with your classmates. Again, to get full credit for that, you need to post at least one thoughtful question and 2 quality responses. So be creative. Be interactive and involved with these, so that you can pull something out of them. And lastly, like I mentioned before, you will have a weekly assignment from each of your fellow students. So some weeks you will have 3, and some weeks you might have up to 4. Now these assignments should only take you 15 to 20 minutes to complete, so hopefully you'll be staying anywhere from around an hour each week on these assignments. I don't want you to be, living on your computer during the summer. And lastly, we have our grading policy. This is pretty standard. Feel free to look through it on your own time. So that's kind of the syllabus that hopefully will get you an idea of what the class entails. Read this word for word, get a feel for it, understand it, and feel free to holler at me with any questions that you may have. Now again, I really want to reiterate, I want you guys to enjoy this class. I want you guys to have fun. I want this to be a very interactive course. I want you to feel like you're learning something. At the same time that you're learning something, I want you to enjoy it and feel like it's something that you can apply into an educational setting. So a lot of that's going to entail the work that you put into it and the efforts that your classmates put into it also, as you guys discuss online and as you guys present to one another. But I hope that each of you will take a special interest in this class, and that it can be a different online class that you maybe have had. We're not going to be taking a lot of quizzes and reading out of a book and testing. It's going to be extremely interactive with one another. You guys are going to be teaching one another, and hopefully that type of approach will give you guys a better feel for how our online learning can actually be. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to holler at me. That concludes this section. Again, if you're watching this in May before the semester starts, I encourage you to get on and learn Camtasia early. And if you're watching this starting in the first week in June, get on there and start learning Camtasia and getting a feel for it, because that will be a big part of your presentation. So that's the only part I really wanted to stress with you guys. But don't stress, this class is going to be fun. We're going to have a riot, so enjoy it. Thanks, guys.